Hey guys, Rich Ferguson here, and I'm joined with my friend Chris Berry, the Idaho painter. He does tricks and hacks and things with paint, and today he's here to teach us some great pranks you can do with paint. Hey! Dude!
Whoops.
What are you doing?
It was an accident.
That was not an accident. Hey, it's just a prank, bro. What's that smell?
I don't know.
Is that you? Oh, what is this? Is this poop?
Yeah, it's...
So we're going to show you how to make some really, really realistic poop without pooping.
This product is it's a paint hardener, and it's from Homax, and I just purchased it at a local paint store, and they sell it at paint stores and hardware stores. Dumped some paint into a paint can, a little bit of paint, poured in the paint hardener, and stirred it with the stir stick to make a diarrhea poop.
This is so great.
I actually didn't pour in as much of that, and
this
so
is great.
then I just continued pouring in more to where it was pretty hard.
It's like rubbery. This is so good, you guys. This looks better than any of the poop I've ever seen at the novelty stores, magic shops, or prank shop. This looks so... Wait, I know there's a prank coming. In about a second, you're going to be like, it is poop, right? You're like, gotcha! Prankster, prankster. No, it's just paint. It's paint. So this next gag you came up with is a way where you can literally fake people into thinking you're eating some paint. So I was curious, what's your trick for this one?
So all you gotta do, I just got an empty paint can. Well, I actually emptied the paint can myself. I had it mixed up in yellow paint. Then you just take some vanilla pudding, and I just mixed up the pudding, let it set up, and then I took some milk and started to pour it in and stirred the pudding so it had the same consistency as paint. I made the pudding and let it thicken up just like normal.
Okay,
like you would make.
Yeah, honestly, if you think about this, guys, if you have a certain color paint, match the pudding to that color, clean out the can, let it dry, whatever, that would look totally legit. Totally legit. Oh my gosh, this is so funny, guys. So just pudding.
Simple.
Simple. When you're dealing with paint products, obviously there's chemicals and things that scare people. Now imagine a prank where you walk into the house and there's literally a toxic spill of some sort. So that's what you're gonna teach us next.
Yeah, so...
I can hear that.
Yeah, you can hear it bubbling.
Here, hold up the mic.
Because dry ice, it's supposed to...
you gave away the secret already. There's you put a piece of dry ice in there. What are we gonna do?
Put some water in it, and the water will start causing the dry ice to smoke.
This is laying on the floor next to your paint crew or in your house with your mom and dad painting, whatever it is, and you're like, oh my gosh, you guys, this really toxic chemical is pouring out.
It just spilled, and what do I do? And holy cow.
So you just put a tiny piece, but you could have put a couple more pieces in there.
Yeah, I just put a tiny piece of dry ice about that, but the more dry ice you put in there, the more smoke it's actually going to create. And then if you just took and poured some water, it'll actually look like it's actually spilled and the smoke is coming out.
That's so cool.
Not a good idea to screw the lid on while the dry ice is
in there. That could explode. That's a whole different prank. Use common sense. Maybe find some old containers that are empty from the hardware store, and you can put a toxic label like the skull with the crossbones on it and make up a fake poison container if you want. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Similar to the fingernail polish gag, this is just a bigger version of it.
Right. And
when people are painting their houses, obviously there's not fingernail polish laying around. There's rollers laying around and paintbrushes and stuff. So how did you exactly make this?
So this right here, all it was just interior wall paint. I just took some wax paper, and laid the wax paper out on my counter, poured some paint on it, and then let it dry for a day, and then the paint just peeled off.
So with wax paper, it just peels off, versus when you try to do this on a surface of like paper or cardboard, it's gonna adhere to it. Who left this roller on the couch, kind of a thing. I mean, that's, and what's cool is this is so pliable, man. You can place this anywhere and it just wraps around. It fits. So you made a bunch of different examples just to show, like here's a big paint spill you can have laying next to a can. Yeah. And again, you just put this on wax paper. Which
they were all wax paper.
That's the best tip in the world. Yeah. If anything out of this whole video, people need to walk away with the fact that wax paper, this looks wet. It's so good. It looks wet.
So high gloss paint.
Wow, the high gloss paint is this is amazing. So this next prank is something I'm familiar with, but typically people have to buy these, and you're gonna show us a super easy way how to make this.
Yeah, it's very simple and easy and cheap.
So this is just regular paint. You didn't spray it, you just poured this out of a can of paint.
Yeah,
and you put it on some wax paper.
Dumped it on
there, and then laid these props from the nail polish right on there, let it dry on the wax paper, and then just kind of peeled it off. And boom, you got yourself this prop.
Yeah, a kid could set it on the carpet and tell mom that, hey, I accidentally spilled it, I didn't know what to do, I left it there, and now it's dried on the carpet.
Absolutely. So say you have your parents' bathroom or somewhere and you're getting into their stuff, and then you knock over one of her fingernail polishes like this, you know, and you can use like a red paint, you can use other colors if need be.
Any color you want.
That matches accordingly.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's good to use a high gloss paint because it looks wet too.
Yeah, that's a good point. See, you got to have the pros when you're dealing with pranks. High gloss paint, because then actually it does look wet. All right, guys, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video because we're going to be giving away a care package with all these fun props that he made. Now, this next effect, you're saying there's a twist to it, but I'm looking at this thinking, this is just a lot like the dried paint stuff that we just did.
This isn't wax paper, so this is vinyl, and you just peel the backing off of this right here, and then this will stick to something, and you won't even see the vinyl.
If paint is wet and it's on the top of your car, so someone left a paint stick or something or a brush on the, well, this is actually better than a paint brush because that's all texture. This is flat.
Right.
You stick it on the top of a hood and it sticks. It's stuck there.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to pull it. They're gonna like freak out thinking that's really truly on there. All right, guys. So I cut out around the outside of the vinyl. This is double stick. So right here, it's clear vinyl that's sticky, and I'm peeling the backing off. And look at this. I have what looks to be just the paint stick left. This is such a great idea. It sticks now. Look at how cool this is. So you can have this like you left this on someone's, oh, I almost don't want to do it to my car. Look at this. And then so, oh my God, this looks so real. Dude, this is epic. All right, guys, so what's the ultimate thing that goes wrong when you're painting a house? People walking in it, right?
Stepping in paint. So I got a whole bunch of different footprints that I made. How I made these is I took an old pair of shoes, I poured the paint into a Tupperware pan, which we have over here, and then I just put the shoe.
You made a little press, a stamp
and then
kit.
I just took the shoes and
you can roll. The thing that's so rad about wax paper is you can roll it across the whole kitchen counter, and you can make like real footprints legitimately and peel those off when they're dried, like what we have here, and then you can lay them across the floor, and it's going to look very, very real.
Yeah.
So this is pre-done, and then this, and then they just peel right off. Oh my God, look at that!
So you have
it's so cool. And if you do it nice and thick, it's even easier. Like this is, it's amazing. So this is repurposing that stick-on vinyl, the clear vinyl. So you peel off the backing, cut this out, and then this you could apply on the floor, and then it can start to go up the wall or something creepy.
Outdoors on steps or whatever.
So it won't blow away too because it's sticky.
Right.
And if people start to grab it, they're going to think, oh, it's just a prank. Oh, crap, it's not a prank. It's really on there. And then, of course, it's not. Guys, comment down below. We got more pranks coming. Comment down below, though, if you want to see any of these done as its own individual prank out in public, because some of these are just epic. You're going to be doing something revolving around toilet paper. So this is actually kind of cool.
This is, toilet paper, which is cheap. And then we actually carry this spray adhesive in our vans. And so you could take this spray adhesive, which you can purchase at any hardware store, unroll the toilet paper roll however far you want, spray the adhesive on it.
Oh, just a little, real quick.
Real quick. And then you just roll it back up. You know, be careful to make sure it looks, legit.
Wait. You guys know where this is going, right? Just imagine someone in the bathroom and you leave like a little 1-inch piece, right?
Right.
And they start pulling, and in their most vulnerable position, they're like wanting toilet paper and they don't get any. They got to like tear through it like a gorilla. I would imagine you could probably do 6, 7, 8 feet of this, roll it up, and it probably could do it in one take.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So funny. I want to put this in the bathroom for my wife. This is great.
I know you actually did a paint prank on your channel on YouTube not that long ago, and it was actually really cool. I watched it, and you're gonna show us how you actually...
It's pretty self-explanatory, but people have been requesting it. I did it on a different channel with a buddy. You get an old t-shirt that has a hole in it that you don't like, or if you want to spend the money, get a new one. You're gonna put some painter's tape, which is just this blue tape that just comes off and on, you use for painting, and you put stripes on the back of your shirt spaced out that would match a typical bench downtown in your city or at your school. In our case, downtown, everywhere we go, we have green benches. They're all the same. I went down there and I saw kind of the distance of the bench, and then the gap was exactly the width of this painter's tape. I just put the strips of tape on the back of a shirt, purposely wrinkled up a bit, Because if you think about when you sit back and lean, your shirt in the back's all kind of disjointed, right?
Really
but then the shorts, I did the same thing. Not the top few inches, because obviously it's not going to get hit with paint there if you're sitting because your shirt's hanging out. It doesn't have to be perfect because your clothes get wrinkled. It doesn't matter, right?
Right.
So you put these on, and then the gag, of course, is you sit down at a bench downtown next to some perfect stranger. You're chit-chatting on your phone, and all of a sudden you get up to leave, and you're like, oh my God, what's this on my fingers? What? Oh my gosh, what is this? And you look like you have paint on you, which you do, but unbeknownst to them, it's already dried, it's fake, it's been done ahead of time, and now they are pranked, and they get up going, oh my God, is it on me? And of course you say, yes, it is, and they can't see it because they can't see behind them. We're gonna show a little clip of it right here so you can see how this prank works.
Yeah, this was really funny.
Is it on me?
Yeah, you got it all over.
Oh no.
All over your butt.
It's all over your butt.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's everywhere, dude.
Can you see it right there? Is it on me?
Oh shit, dude!
Oh no. Damn.
Just a little bonus, you can print out a wet paint sign and you can sneak up behind the person or have an accomplice come up and stick the sign behind them. Or what I did is I held it behind me like this as I sat down. Hey, how's it going, bro? And I sit down, get on my phone, and then when they're not looking, I just did it with my arm behind me and I just stuck it like that. And then I just relaxed once, because right now it's not being taped, obviously, it's just sitting here. And then once they're relaxed and talking or whatever, I just let the prank work out itself, you know?
It was great.
Yeah, it's so good.
Awesome.
So as a magician, I really like illusions. And so when I noticed that you can turn air cans upside down and spray and it looks like white paint, I knew I had to do a prank with it. So I've done pranks with this idea before. And when we talked on the phone, I talked about how I can easily just print and relabel it. But you came up with a really great idea of a cool way to relabel this with real paint. Make Cal Poly see it.
Oh shit. Oh.
It's paint, dude. Dude, are you all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
I bumped right into me. I'm really klutzy.
That's all right.
You know, I think, but for payback, I should get you. Okay.
Some type of spray cans are actually powder coated on there, but these actually have vinyl.
So you can feel that it actually is like a vinyl on there. You can, okay.
And you can see a seam, and then right there I just carefully peeled the seam away because it's just glued on the seam.
Right.
And then it's shrunk wrapped.
And this on the front clearly says something like, you know, some sort of paint or whatever it is. Yeah, ultimate coverage paint.
So now you could just take this label itself, you know, put it around the duster itself, and now I just actually
that fits perfectly, by the way, on that one.
Add a little bit of glue, and then you hit it with a hairdryer lightly, and the hairdryer.
I gotta show them. I gotta show them. You guys, look at how perfect that fits on this air duster can. I'm gonna steal this idea. This looks so good, bro. And now remember, also, I gotta point out with these, if you go with them head straight up, it's just air. You have to turn them upside down for it to get that white, like, paint effect. Be careful, that is like liquid nitrogen kind of level stuff. It's really cold. Don't do it to someone's eyes, or if you do it to your skin, you might get burned. I got burned right there from earlier today. Remember this gag? Payback's a bitch. Oh, look at some paint on you. Oh, that's a really great gag. So it's bonus effect. Make paint vanish. Big thumbs up for that one. All right, in case you missed it at the beginning, here's a little bonus trick for you. This is an illusion and a prank I have done before. So what I've done is I've taken a shirt and I've sprayed it with a little tag of white paint. It's dried. This is literally on here. And what you do is you tuck it underneath so it looks like a real shirt without paint on. And what I did is I walked around with this in my hand and I got bumped into people. And I'm like, oh my God, what did you do? Dude! And it's like a prank to make them think they did this to me. So that's how we pulled this off at the beginning. So if you want to do another prank in public, here's a great idea for you. All right, guys, I really hope you enjoyed these pranks. I brought in a real pro to teach us some things that are not your normal, everyday kind of pranks. And these were all epic. And we're going to give away all of this to one of you. So comment down below. I'm going to pick one of you lucky winners, and we're going to do that. So make sure you subscribe to his channel, subscribe to my channel if you're new. What else you got to say?
You got to subscribe to Rich's channel. His channel is so funny, so amazing. I love watching his videos. If you haven't seen him, you got to go check out his videos, and you got to subscribe to his channel.
Thanks,
so
bro.
you can continue to watch his videos.
Yeah, we got some fun stuff. And you, as a painter, you are one creative, funny dude, man. So I'm so stoked you came out here.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Hit and smash that like button like crazy. And like we said before, if you're new, subscribe right now. We got a ton of stuff coming your way. Catch you guys next week. Peace.